Yeah. The sorest part of all is this. It's completely gone. The surgeons have looked. I've got MRI scan results that are pages long, and it just, I don't fully understand it, but you can read between the lines and think, they're saying this nerve's trapped, that bit's narrowed, and the spinal cord is beginning to soften, and there's all sorts of things going on. So when you read that, you think, whoops, that's a bit of a write-off, really.
It's on the pain management, but they couldn't do anything, I don't think, because they've never called us even back. So
nobody has ever.
I'm just really getting Alan into this type of really.
Is he currently on quite a lot of medication?
Yeah, he's on morphine patches and anti-inflammatory, and they've just changed his painkilling drugs, and that's what he lives on now. And he hates taking pills anyway, but he's got no choice. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to move at all, I don't think.
Is this your worst hand?
Yeah.
As I turn the joint, you can feel it grinding a little bit.
Not at the moment.
You can not feel that?
Yeah, that's not giving me too much grief. The wrist I really felt when you worked on that.
Yeah.
Big time. That one I can feel. That's sore.
It's a problem often with people, it's these end digits that go and they end up becoming fused. Little twinge.
Yeah.
Are there any risks in what you do?
We always say, and we always read a disclaimer, certainly during demonstrations, or people would fill out a consent form which have certain things on it, such as you may get some discomfort during treatment if you bruise easily, because sometimes we apply a little bit of pressure to certain areas, you may get some bruising. But generally speaking, that it's nothing worse than that. So people have to come at their own risk, I guess. But we have a very, as I say, quite a good success rate with a lot of different conditions, and there's a lot of conditions where we don't need to apply any particular pressures or anything like that. It's just what would seem as hands-on. Let's sit you up. Let me just check the Achilles a moment, because you have some nerves that run down the side of that. That's it. Okay, have a little wander and see how you feel.
Well, to start with, I got up from there. It's certainly easier than I would normally have. No back pain. Ankle's still sore, but a lot more movement. There is still quite tender.
Okay, pop yourself back on the couch.
Can I just see if my arms will lift them?
Yeah, of course.
Because I haven't done that for 4 or 5 years. That is just...
Well, you've done that in front of your wife, so it means you'll have to do some dusting.
Normally, that's it.
Hasn't been able to lift it at all. The pain has been so intense in his neck and shoulders that as you said, he could just about do that.
It does
I can't believe it.
That is, I'm not joking, that's normally as high, unless I do that, and then it will, it's tight, I'm not saying it isn't, but
basically because the tendons and the muscles have shortened, because you haven't been using it, everything's shortened, so that's why you need a little bit of physiotherapy.
There's no way on this earth I could have done that at all.
Okay, let's see if we can address this ankle once more.
It's nice to see him smile, actually, because we haven't seen that for a while either.
He's obviously been in a lot of pain.
Oh, he has, yes. And because he was such an active man. It's just, you know, really knocked his confidence. It's, but I can't believe that.
A bit of a tricky one, this nerve. That's it. I think that's moved it slightly. Have a little walk and just see if that's any different for you. I'm quite happy for you to say there's no change.
I'd be quite happy to say that as well, but there is.
Well, I thought there would be.
There is a change. It's still tender, but then you've just given it a bit of a
Bit
of a pounding.
You've had it a while, so it's going to take a little bit of time just to settle down.
There's no way I could normally stand on that. That's just not. It's just not possible. That I don't believe. I really cannot. There's a huge difference at this moment in time, and for that short session, that's the incredible bit. And I could really feel stuff moving about, so I know he's had a go at something, because it really was clicking and banging off, you know. So fingers crossed. That's all, and I can actually do that now. Couldn't do that earlier on.
Good.
I couldn't close. I mean, I can close them during the day, but in the mornings they won't shut. But now there's just no stiffness there. Nothing. Usually from there on, it's a force to get them in.
Have you ever done anything like this before?
No, never any physical contact like that.
Yeah. Were you sceptical before coming?
I'm very sceptical, but all of this sort of, my wife loves it, and I go along for her sake. Also this weekend we've got my sister-in-law here with us, she's got she's quite poorly with cancer, so we just wanted to get her away. And as I said, I'm happy to go along with all this gear as if the girls are enjoying it. I don't knock it, but it doesn't do that much for me, if that's a polite way of saying it.
So you're on loads of medication, your wife tells me.
Massive amounts, yeah.
So having some relief from that sort of pain, what does that mean in your life? Just that alone?
Just this, that I can move my arm, has just given me, I just feel more hopeful, because I have been recently quite down, and it's been noted by the surgeons in the pain management course that I'm beginning to get sort of quite depressed about it all. I get very angry because I can't do things that I used to do, and I'm an outdoor person. I don't do TVs, I don't read books, I climb cliffs and do race motorbikes and things, and that's the way I've always been. And my biggest problem now is to try and find something that I can do to occupy my mind, but I'm struggling with that because I don't do soft things. Adrenaline is a part of my life.
When you're working with someone like William, you've got to remember a lot of the problems are often caused, yes, they are caused by the arthritis as such, but you get inflammation around that area, so it can affect the nerves. So a lot of the pain, if you think about it, it's the nerves that send pain signals through the nervous system back up to the brain. Then we have to work a little bit with the nerves, and then we can also work a bit with the arthritis. So yes, it does obviously tell us something, but you've got to remember that nerves don't really show up that well on any form of scan, so the doctors can't really see it very well and see exactly where nerves are being caught up unless it's very obvious, such as in the sciatic nerve L4, L5 of the spinal column.
So would you try this again?
Very, very much so. Yeah, without any doubt whatsoever. And that's the first time I think I've ever said that. I've tried things, it's been talked into it, to be honest. And I do it just to keep the peace. And I go along with it. But there's nothing I've ever said, I'd like to get back there. But this, I would willingly go to Wales to get some more of that.